Hello and welcome to the Religious Nerd channel. And today we're on day 9, Psalm 9 of our daily psalm reading. We're currently reading from the ESV translation from Crossway. And you can find the previous 8 days in the playlist below. As you can see, we're on Psalm 9. And you can see that the previous 8 psalms have been completed. And they are going to be found in the playlist below. There is always a disclaimer, and that is I will stumble upon my wording, and also these videos are unedited. I will recount your wonderful deeds to the choir master according to Mithralim, a psalm of David. I give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will recount all your wonderful deeds. I will be glad and exult in you. I will sing praise in your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before your presence. For you have maintained my just cause. You have sat on the throne, given righteous judgment. You have rebuked the nations. You have made the wicked perish. You have blotted out their name forever and ever. The enemy came to an end in everlasting ruin. Their cities you rooted out, the very memory of them has perished. But the Lord sits enthroned forever. He has established his throne for justice. He judges the world with righteousness. He judges the people with uprightness. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in time of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. Sing praise to the Lord who sits enthroned in Zion. Tell among the people his deeds, for he avenges blood, is mindful of them. He does not forget the cry of the afflicted. Be gracious to me, O Lord. See my afflictions from those who hate me. O you, lift me up from the gates of death, that I may recount all your praises in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I may rejoice in your salvation. The nation has sunk in the pits that they made, in the net that they hide, their own foot has been caught. The Lord has made himself known. He executed judgment. The wicked are snared in the work of their own. Hirgon Salam. The wicked shall return to Sheol, all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, and the hope of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the nations be judged before you. Put them in fear, O Lord. Let the nations know that they are but men. Salam. That took forever. I do apologise. So, tomorrow we'll be doing Psalm 9. No, we've just done Psalm 9. Tomorrow we'll be doing Psalm 10 even. And my post-it notes are as follow. So Psalm 9, written during the pre-exilic period 600 BCE or post-exilic 500 BC. Pre-exilic period is the time in Jewish history before Babylonian exile, 6th century BC. There are a few of these post-it notes I will say now. Next one. The post-exilic period is the period of Jewish history that began after the end of the Babylonian exile in 538 BC and continues until AD 1. Exilic is a period of exile. So if you were wondering what exilic meant, So Psalm 9 is a song of thanksgiving in which David praised God for his power, justice and deliverance from the enemy. Psalm 9 is an individual lament. BCE is before the Christian era. BC is before Christ. AD is Anno Domini. I'm not very good with my Latin, I will give you that. But I think it's Anno Domini. With the BCE, we don't actually use that terminology much anymore, but it can be found in certain texts. But the one we do use is the before Christ. Before Christ and before the Christian era is the same time period, basically. It just means the same thing. There's no other way of describing it. It's the same thing. But when I say they, scholars, anybody who uses the BC and AD will use BC and AD. They don't use the BCE much anymore. But you will find texts that will say BCE. And when you come across that terminology, it just means the same thing as BC. It's just so you are aware. And then Hirgon Salam, that's also probably a word that I struggled with. It basically means a double pause for meditation. We have discussed Salah, which is a rest and a pause or reflection. It just means a double of that. We have discussed lament in Psalm 5, and we covered 3 and 4 as well at the same time. So a lament is a type of prayer or a song that is a cry for God to act in the midst of pain or grief. That is the lament, often starts with an invocation to God, followed by the lament and a request for help, ends with an expression of trust in God. An individual lament is a personal feeling. They are the most common type of psalm. So you will find most of the psalms are individual lament. They are like an expression of feeling, personal feeling from the psalmist. So that is Psalm 9 completed. As I said, we'll do Psalm 10 tomorrow. I've actually got that one bit right. And yes, we will do Psalm 10 tomorrow, and I will write in day 9, and it's the 12th. Because yesterday I put 11 instead of 8, which didn't help. But it's fine. I knew what it means anyway, so. And for those that are new, I am left-handed, so I do have to move my book sideways to be able to write in. So yes, that's Psalm 9 completed. And tomorrow we will do Psalm 10. So thank you and goodbye, and see you in tomorrow's video.